Welcome back to the Rewind Sports 60, streaming live on Facebook Live. Now let's get you back to the hottest sports panel in Chicago.
Hello, Chicago!
Lock it in.
Obviously, we are talking in the immediate aftermath of the rematch between Canelo-Golovkin and Canelo.
It's Rewind Sports 60, Jerry Riles, Danny Carlino, the Italian Stallion, Gabe Salgado, and we're joined by the one, the only, the lovely, the beautiful, the talented. She is the best in the business, founder, owner of 4boxingnews.com, the number 4boxingnews.com, Francis Cruising for Bruising. How are you, Francis?
Wonderful. How are you guys?
Good. Good to see you. Before we go on to the Triple G Canelo recap as far as what happened this past weekend, Jason Zenner, our technical director, kicking butt, doing a great job. We're broadcasting from Ciaranello's Restaurante here in the heart of Wheeling. And before just doing our timeout before we came back from break, Jason showed the national anthem, right, Jason? Song at the second annual Monster Education Foundation 5K run, 3K walk, and I got to say thank you and kudos to the lovely, talented, sensational. The young lady has an incredible voice. She sang the national anthem at the second annual 5K. Mary Honeyjoy, we attend St. Joseph the Worker Church, and her voice is impeccable. It's unbelievable. And the scary thing about her, and you saw the footage, you saw the video, everyone that came out participated. We say thank you to all of you for supporting our Monster Scholars. But she has an incredible voice, and the scary thing about her is the fact that she has no training, no coaching. As far as her singing is concerned, she can't really read music. But if you hear her voice, it's like an opera singer. It's like, I said, listen, first of all, when she sings, she literally will bring tears to your eyes because it's so passionate and it's just so genuine. And secondly, I'm like, I feel I need to open up my wallet and pay you for this because it's unbelievable. But she is so humble and so modest. And gracious for coming out to join us and help us kick things off. She's actually going to come and sing for us on the Rewind Sports 60 coming up real soon.
Oh, wonderful.
Look forward to it.
Real soon.
I'll bring a little for you. So you can tear up.
For you? Are you kidding?
Well, I bite my lip, so I'll start bleeding.
Yeah, you're going to bite your lip and start trembling. I'm telling you.
I'll be off camera though.
The hair on the back of your neck is going to stand up once she's done. I'm telling
yours?
you. Danny, I'm thinking about a second career. I'm thinking about representing her as a manager. I'm like, hey, come on over here and sing. We can make some money. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like some people, you think about God-given talent. It's like no training, no formal anything.
Yeah.
Just hits you first note.
But I couldn't believe it when she said, I've never had any training, any coaching or any. Jerry, I can't even read music. I go, stop it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, and you're unbelievable as well.
Thank you.
You're fantastic.
You guys are unbelievable.
You are certainly a breath of fresh air. I love these two guys, but you bring a special freshness to the program. So thank you, Francis.
I showered this morning. Fresh as a daisy, man. What are you talking about?
And it's always a pleasure. And of course, when you're on the program, it's for a special and particular reason. And you're cruising for a bruising, and someone got bruised this weekend in the Triple G Canelo bout number 2 that took place at T-Mobile out in Las Vegas. And were you surprised? Were you stunned? Were you indifferent as far as the outcome?
I wasn't surprised with the outcome. I suspected that Canelo was going to come to the ring with a different strategy, which is what we saw last night. He didn't move around as much. He definitely was more toe-to-toe, which I found to be surprising. And I think Golovkin, you could tell he had trouble with the pressure. Canelo was the pressure fighter in this bout. He didn't back away, didn't run away, and I think there were a lot of different opinions about the fight. Golovkin, he looked like he was trying to be more aggressive, but most of his punches to me were just jabs. The power punches, the more convincing punches, in my opinion, came from Canelo, and I think that ultimately is what won him the fight.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Gabe. Go ahead.
Yeah, I scored the fight. Very slim, 117-115 for Triple G. The jabs are really what caught my attention, and plus Canelo, he took a lot of punches, but at the same time, he did give a lot. It could have very easily been another draw last night. Those last 6 rounds to me went back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, easily. I think if the last round had went a different way, maybe if the other judges had given that round to Triple G. The remaining 2 judges had given that round to Triple G. We could have gotten another draw. So
really,
some of these really close fights, is there that one round sometimes that could be 50-50 that 2 out of the 3 score one way and that's how it breaks?
I think so, but I think different judges have different. I think they favor things differently. For me, I like seeing the power shots. I like seeing the aggressiveness. But for other people, they favor the jabs. They like the jabs. You use the jab as like a rangefinder, or you use the jab to set something up, set something bigger up. So I guess it just depends on the perspective of the judges. But the fans also had different perspectives of the fight. A lot of people call this fight a robbery. I didn't think that it was a robbery, but definitely a closer fight than the first
Well, at
fight.
least you're not using the Olympic scoring system, because then we'd really have a problem.
Because nobody knows what it is. Now, a lot came from the first fight. I mean, did you think that Canelo's some adjustment was purely strategic, or was he shamed into it by the entire nation of Mexico? You can't fight that and say you're representing Mexico.
I think he was shamed. I think he was shamed a lot by fans who said that he ran away in the first fight, didn't stand toe-to-toe with Golovkin. So he switched that strategy up, and I don't think that Golovkin was really prepared for that pressure. And usually we see Golovkin as the pressure fighter. We see him backing guys up. Canelo backed him up, and he looked very uncomfortable. With Golovkin, too, he's 36 years old now. He's been through a lot of wars. There was a time when he was fighting 4 times a year, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of wars. So, that coupled with, all of the wars that he's been in, it might be time to start thinking
Is that right?
Well, 4 times a year is a lot of times for guys of that stature. It's 3 more times than most guys fight in a year.
And then that's not even counting, the tons of amateur fights that he had.
Yes, he has an extensive amateur background.
Wow, we're on with 4boxingnews.com, the number 4boxingnews.com. She's the founder and the owner. We welcome her to the program. She is Francis Cruising for a Bruise. And now you mentioned that the fans cried highway robbery, so to speak. Why? Did it stand out that much that they felt that they were robbed with the outcome again in bout 2?
I think fans really wanted Golovkin to win. I think they have, a special place for him because he deserved to win the first fight. To me, that was a blatant robbery. Fans were hoping that Triple G would have his hand raised at the end of this fight, and it didn't happen. Canelo squeaked by with that majority decision, and I can't argue with the decision. But I definitely think that it is because fans wanted him to win, felt that he was robbed. Plus, they were upset. I mean, we made because of the positive PED results. Fans had to wait a long time, 6 months, for this fight to happen.
Right.
So there's, of course, already, the anticipation, the annoyance of having to wait, the failed PED tests. And at this time around, honestly, I thought Canelo, he looked smaller. I don't know if you noticed that, but I thought he looked...
Really?
I did.
I'm actually surprised, as I was waiting for the internet to break with everybody saying, oh, Canelo must be on something because he won last night, but in all reality, it was more shock than anything. And now, everybody's hoping for the 3rd fight. They want the trilogy. That'll probably be the most likely scenario. But now, David Lemieux wants a shot. Daniel Jacobs wants a shot. You might even have some junior middleweights try to come up and get a shot. So I think we're going to see a whole new shift in the middleweight division.
So now, after the decision came down and Canelo gets the victory, is it tainted meat for everyone, right? We all eat well. No, but what would have been? I mean, obviously, still people want the 3rd one, but would it have been different had this been another draw, or would it have been? What do you think would have been more controversial? The way it was actually decided, or had that come about once
If
again?
this had ended in a draw, I think we would have heard a lot of complaining from fans, from commentators. I think it would have been a huge disappointment.
How much do the judges think about that stuff? Because obviously the fans think about maybe more want him to win because they thought he got the once over the first time. So, but one fight doesn't necessarily lead into the other one necessarily as far as the actual performance.
No, that's true. I thought the judging was very fair for this fight. They made sure to bring in some very fair judges. Not like the first fight. Adelaide Bird 118, 110. That was ridiculous. That really cost Golovkin that
She hasn't
decision.
judged the fight since then, if I remember
No.
correctly.
I was like, girl, you need to stay out of that building.
Well, Francis, we're short on time. What else can we be looking forward to as far as the next bouts coming up that's important for people to pay attention to?
Oh my gosh, we have Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing coming to Chicago October 6th. That'll be nice. Arthur Beterbiev will be here. Big puncher, very exciting. Local fighter, female fighter. And then, oh my goodness, there's somebody else, Jesse Vargas. He's
really?
going to be, yes, he's going to be fighting on that card here in Chicago. Jessica McCaskill, that's her name, the local female fighter. Very good, very powerful. And then we also have that big match between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Now that's going to be something. That's going to be something.
It sure is.
And you know, it's interesting, Francis, and we always appreciate you coming on board. But you talked about Triple G and being 36 years of age, and maybe Father Time is tapping him on the shoulder. But just a year ago, I mean, that was the fight that everybody wanted to see. Canelo, Triple G. They said, this is the fight of the century. This is the fight of the world. We all need to see it. Now you're talking about, well, get the cane out because the guy's ready to,
If he had fought Canelo's fight last night, he would have won. But I'm accustomed to seeing him being the aggressor. And he just wasn't the aggressor last night.
So with the McGregor fight coming up, I mean, it's living up to the hype. And
it sure is.
Yeah, I mean, can we expect it to live up to the billing?
Oh, these guys hate each other.
Does Conor McGregor like anybody?
I think so. Yes.
Well, let's be fair. McGregor kind of hates everybody.
Yeah, he hates everybody.
But he really dislikes this guy, from what I understand.
Oh, he really dislikes this guy. I mean, he flew from Ireland to Brooklyn to confront this dude and then throw a chair or gate at a bus to try to get, which ultimately led to his arrest. So I'm sure they're going to settle the score. It'll be an interesting fight. Two different styles.
Yeah.
With McGregor being more of a striker and his opponent being more of a wrestler.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I just want to hear McGregor actually say his name.
Oh gosh.
Francis Cruz, 4boxingnews.com, the number 4boxingnews.com. Anybody want to follow you? If they want to get a hold of you, how do they find you?
Of course, you can check me out at 4boxingnews.com or on Twitter at 4boxingnews.
She's the best in the business, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it locked in. It's the Rewind Sports 60. Gabe Soldato, the Italian Stallion, Danny Carlino, yours truly, Jerry Riles. More in store coming up right after this short time out.